Silent Hill is back. What's up, Silent Hill fans? It's been 12 years since we've had a new installment in the series. The last installment was Downpour, which was okay. Could have been better, but nonetheless still a Silent Hill title. State of Play just released a new trailer for Silent Hill 2 Remake. The combat trailer focusing on the aspect of the combat system in the Silent Hill 2 Remake. Now, the first trailer we received was about a year ago, the transmission trailer, announcing multiple Silent Hill projects and a new film by the original director of the first film, Christoph Gans. In this video, we'll watch the trailer, and then I'll get into some of my opinions on the development so far, and compare some of the puzzles from the remake to the original. So without further ado, let us commence. You gotta love that trailer. I can't stop watching it. I'm just so glad that Silent Hill's back. A while back, I read a Reddit post, and people were complaining from the transmission trailer that they were saying that the door was closed on James's car. I mean, people on Reddit complain for anything. I mean, it is a remake. I mean, it's logical. Who cares if he leaves the door open or closed? In the original, it's open. That's where you get the map for Silent Hill in the very beginning. But in the remake, I guess it's closed. The door's closed. But people were complaining about that. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. Anyways, so we got this photo here, and I'm pretty sure this is the dead guy that you see on the couch when you walk into the room to get the key for room 205. Excuse me, 202. Sorry. You actually hear him scream once you obtain the pistol and you're running down the hall. You hear him yell. And I wonder if they're going to do that in the remake. If they're going to, add in the yell. I hope they do. It's like a muffled yell. This next photo is, well, it just shows butterflies and moths in a frame. Now, the only thing I can think about, there's two things I can think of, is when you obtain the clock key, when James puts his hand through the wall, through the hole in the wall, and he feels like something grabs him, but then he reaches in again and then grabs the clock key. And those are also the same butterflies and moths that Maria throws at you at the end of the original game when she's in her final boss state. She stuns James with those, so those are the only two things I can think of. So, but I'm pretty sure, like with this frame, I'm pretty sure it's the area where you get the clock key. This photo shows James with the canned juice that you get down the corridor on the first floor of the second apartment building, and you use it to push down the garbage chute, or the garbage that's stuck in the garbage chute to push it down, and that's where you get the coin of the old man. And after obtaining the coin of the old man, that's also where you see the newspaper article about Walter Sullivan, about him hacking up the children with an axe. The safe is, well, obviously the safe that you open after obtaining the wallet from the dirty toilet, where James puts his arms in and pulls the wallet out just to get handgun ammo. This body in the tub, I don't ever remember seeing this in the original game, so I'm assuming that's probably the same bathroom where you get the wallet for the code for the safe. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. This photo shows the body in the refrigerator. That's when you meet Eddie Dombrowski, and he's throwing up in the toilet. He says that he didn't do it and that the body was already there, which it's probably true, because Eddie doesn't turn against humans or humanity until later in the game, so definitely see how this works. But it kind of looks like James, huh? Blue pants, kind of a green jacket, a little bit. These next 3 photos are when you use the key on the 2nd floor for the fire escape, and James transfers over from one apartment building to the next, and I'm pretty sure that actually goes into the room where the safe is in, and you can get the wallet from the toilet. This is the clock puzzle. After you use the clock key on the clock, you can open up the door and adjust the time for the puzzle. Then you can push the clock out of the way to reveal the hole in the wall to go through. Now, me personally, I think Bloober is doing a pretty good job. I mean, I know a lot of people were kind of skeptical about it. But I mean, look at this photo. They have the atmosphere pretty down to a T. Probably got to work on the fog effects. And I noticed a lot of people were complaining about James's hair, that it was too bright. I mean, I guess it kind of is. So they can kind of just like darken it a little bit. But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, the guy does have blonde hair. It's like, what can you do if he has bright blonde hair? But yeah, they can darken it a little bit. But the aesthetic of the atmosphere, look at that. It looks amazing. Everything looks run down. This looks like an alleyway. So I'm assuming maybe the outside of the apartments after you've obtained the coin of the old man, or after you've fought Pyramid Head. The apartment itself looks pretty good. It looks like a dilapidated building. The hallway of the Woodside apartment complex looks good. And from what I noticed, the entrance didn't have the gate. Either it's removed or maybe it's in a different spot, but I didn't see it in the entrance. And I like how not too much light shows through the windows, so it kind of keeps it dark and eerie. And look at the lobby. We actually have a lobby now. In the original game, I mean, it wasn't much of a lobby, really. It was just, you enter the double doors, and then it's just a small lobby with the mailboxes to your right and the save point and the map on the chalkboard. But that was basically it. And this looks like some kind of office, so who knows if that's where you get your first key or what. We'll have to wait and see. Also, I've noticed in some videos that I've seen, People are saying that this is the coin puzzle. I don't think it is. I think it's an entirely new puzzle because the original game did not have any hand locks like this. It did have hands on the hospital door, on the altered hospital, where you put the 2 rings on the arms, on the mannequin arms sticking out of the door. But I think this is a completely different puzzle entirely. Looks like there's a dress in the back, because the coin puzzle, it's like a cabinet. It's like a small cabinet. So again, we'll have to just wait and see, but I'm pretty sure this is something completely different. This looks more like the coin puzzle. You have the riddle up above telling you, giving you the poem, and down below there's 5 slots, and they're like exactly an inch. So that's definitely the coin puzzle, where you use the 3 coins, the old man, the prisoner, and the snake, to obtain the Linhouse key. This looks like the room where you obtain the flashlight. In the original game, when you equip the flashlight and you turn it on, the mannequin actually stands up behind the dress on the stand. That dress looks like Mary's dress, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because right here on the right hand side you can kind of see what looks resemblance to Mary's dress in the original game. So that most likely is the room where you obtain the flashlight. Now this next photo, this is the pool area. This is where you obtain the coin of the snake in the courtyard of the apartment complex. I forgot to mention this earlier when I said that when you come across Eddie Dombrowski, I watched this clip over and over and over, and you can kind of see a shadow in the background. So I'm guessing this is when James enters the bathroom and Eddie's vomiting into the toilet. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. In this photo, you can see Pyramid Head in the background. It's at the end of the trailer, when James opens up the door and the music's playing loud. You see Pyramid Head in the background there. Now, to the right of it, I couldn't get it in frame, but to the right of that, just before it cuts off, it looks like there's another Pyramid Head. So this can be the final fight in the hotel. Not the final fight, but the fight with 2 Pyramid Heads. At first I was actually thinking it was the boss fight with Pyramid Head in the apartment complex, but I don't think so, because it doesn't look like this room. This room looks more like the boss fight, because in the original, when you walk in, Pyramid Head is, mangling a lying figure, and after that he sees you, and then he starts walking towards you, because James is trying to open the door and try to escape. So I think this room here is actually the boss fight with Pyramid Head, and it looks like Pyramid Head's not here anymore, so maybe this is after the boss fight, or maybe you have to trigger something entirely to start the scene instead of just walking through the door like you did in the original. Moving forward, I didn't mention obtaining the prisoner coin because the trailer didn't show Angela Orozco, so there's no point in showing that for the original game if it didn't show it in the trailer. So in this photo here, James is seen turning a valve. Now the only time I remember in the original game that he turns a valve is when you complete this puzzle, the innocence puzzle, the prosecuted puzzle. So you read the text, the riddle on the gate there, and you have to figure out which one is innocent. So in this case is the arsonist. So James pulls the noose down, and then when you return to the previous room, you can get the key of the prosecuted, and you use it on this handcuff to unlock that to turn the valve. In these last 3 photos, you see James pulling down on a noose, and at first I thought it was going back to the previous puzzle with the key of the prosecuted, but then I thought no, because in the trailer it's raining, and when you pull the noose down to get the key of the prosecuted, you're in a gated area. It's not raining, nor are you in an outside area. So this photo with him pulling the noose down in the rain can only mean it's in this area, in this courtyard of the prison, where you use the 3 placards and you get this sound. And then you run back to the door and you get the horseshoe, which you need to advance, along with the lighter and the wax doll. But in this remake, maybe James pulls the noose down, or maybe it's a cutscene in total where he feels like he should just end it all by hanging himself at the gallows. Now, my opinion on the combat. It does look like Resident Evil 2, like a lot of people are saying, but I mean, think about it. Resident Evil 4 over the shoulder for the GameCube and PlayStation 2 paved the way for a lot of survival horror games. Dead Space is one of them. I mean, we can't really all complain about this. I much rather prefer that Silent Hill 1 got remade, but Silent Hill 2 is just the best one out of the whole franchise. So of course they're going to go ahead and go with this one. And not only that, it's a great fucking game. One of the best survival horrors ever made. And I think this is it, you know. I think if Silent Hill does not do good this time around, I don't think Konami will ever touch the franchise again. So we shouldn't complain. We should be happy and excited for this title. Because honestly, look what happened with Onimusha with Capcom. They tried to remaster the first game, didn't sell very well. They never touched that franchise again. Yeah, we got a Netflix show, but I mean, come on. It has nothing to do with any of the characters that we all grew up with. So again, take this development with a grain of salt, and I can't wait to revisit the streets of Silent Hill. I'll see you guys all there, and thank you for watching. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again, and see you guys all when the game releases.